While Western Mass is immune to coastal erosion and sea level rise facing the eastern parts of our state, we do have an increased risk for inland flooding from torrential rain.
Well, mitigating and adapting to climate change is our goals for many communities all across Western Mass. Meteorologist Jacob Wyckoff joins us with one community who is proving itself to be a leader. Jacob, which city did you talk to?
Beth and Chris, I visited the city of Northampton, who is no stranger to extreme weather. But in order to see where they're going into the future, first, we have to take a step back to more than 80 years ago.
Winter 1936 was a harsh one for Western Mass, with big snowfalls and long stretches of freezing temperatures. The Connecticut River and most of its tributaries were nearly completely frozen over. After a period of heavy rain and rapidly melting snow in mid-March, a dam just over the border in Vermont burst, sending an enormous wall of water down the Connecticut River. The city of Northampton is particularly vulnerable to the rising waters of the Connecticut. The lone levee surrounding the city had previously done a good job of holding back the river, but they didn't stand a chance against the biggest flood in 300 years. Downtown sites that you recognize today were left under feet of water. The flooding was made worse when water from the Connecticut backed up into the Mill River, causing inundation up to Paradise Pond by Smith College. In today's money, the damage of the 1936 flood was nearly $100 million. After the flood, Northampton's mayor, William Fiker, wrote to the federal government, "The time has come that we do not have enough protection without dike protection in Northampton. We do not come down here to beg of you, but we would like protection if possible." So the Army Corps of Engineers did just that. They constructed large levees and dikes around Northampton, even rerouting the Mill River to decrease the flood threat to downtown. Fast forward to today.
Those dikes were incredibly well built.
Wayne Fiden is the Director of Planning and Sustainability for Northampton. His job is to not just bring the city up to speed, but always adapting it to the future.
So they're probably built so they're taller than we need for even changing floods. But we don't know that. They haven't been reanalyzed since 1939.
The city recently received grant money from the Commonwealth to inspect their current flood control system.
So we're currently spending $350,000 to drill a lot of holes through those dikes and to do a full analysis. At the end of the study, we're either going to breathe a sigh of relief and say the dikes are in good shape, or we have to invest more money in them. And that's critical for downtown success.
Over the last 50 years, the average temperature for Massachusetts has increased by about 3 degrees. That's important because with each degree of temperature rise, the atmosphere can hold about 4% more water. Heavy rains are becoming heavier. By 2050, a 1 in 100-year flood will be more like a 1 in 23-year flood.
We have hundreds of miles of ancient pipe that, again, is collapsing anyway, and it's going to get worse with climate change. Our infrastructure is just not ready for that.
Fiden is working hard to ensure Northampton never experiences a flood reminiscent of 1936 ever again.
My office is the Office of Planning and Sustainability, but we're very clear that every single city department has to be focused on this. We're moving in the right direction, but it's just a long way to keep moving.